FamOver.
Fam, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Thou, FamOver TV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by, whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. Salute to everybody out there on this Good Friday. Friday the 13th. Hope everybody feeling real good. Good love around, good energy around. Salute to everybody out there, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We got some good content to check out tonight. Salute to everybody that's in the building already, too. It's good, everybody. Gervais, Buddha, DJ was good. Jerry was good. Big Ant, Midwest. Salute to everybody, man. It's good seeing all y'all. Hope y'all enjoying y'all weekend so far. I know tomorrow, Valentine's Day. Hope y'all enjoy y'all loved ones. Anybody that's celebrating, every day is Valentine's Day. It's love day every day. So it ain't just tomorrow. But happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there, man, or the woman. Not the man. Straight up, Angela, the dollar boss lady in the building. Salute to the boss lady. How you doing, boss lady? Go wait for a few people to fall in, then we'll get started, y'all. What's up, Charisma? What y'all got going on this Good Friday night? I just been chilling, man. Just came in from eating. I was watching that celebrity basketball game, All-Star game. Kicking back, man. Got some good videos to show. I'm like, man, let me get some content in. Check this out. I'm doing good. I'm doing real good, boss lady. Thank you for asking. I'm good. Feeling real good. Took a break yesterday just to refresh my mind. Back on it today. We back on it. Solo was good. We got a few people in here. I know more people will get to falling in once we start. Go ahead and get it going. Let's go ahead and get it going. DJ, yeah, I've been seeing him. I've been seeing him on TikTok. Like, that's crazy. But she be posting it just to show people, you know what I'm saying? Get people like autism awareness and let them know what she be going through at home and everything. Sometimes it be straight, but sometimes you just get the tripping. For real. I know that got to be like a very difficult situation for sure. Salute to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's get it going.
I'm not saying Iran just had a ceremony and burned the statue of Baal. I'm not telling you to pay attention to some of these signs on the statue that they burned. I'm not telling you to pay attention to the people that's in the back being controlled by the puppet. And y'all know what the puppet is. I'm not telling y'all that the same country we're going to war with is the same country against this demonic stuff and been trying to expose the U.S. this whole time. Why would I tell y'all? I'm not telling y'all that Matthew 24 and Revelation characterizes the end times with increased global conflict or wars and rumors of wars where nations rise against nations. Key elements include the second horseman of the apocalypse, red horse taking peace away. I ain't said nothing about no red horse. I don't know what y'all talking about. Of course I'm not telling you Epstein named his bank account Baal, and Baal is a demonic being. I would never say that. And one thing about Beyonce though, you ain't gonna catch her in front of no checkerboard. I'm not saying that the elite's being exposed, and this man supposedly killed himself in 1994 and he was the head singer of Nirvana. And just a couple days ago they came out and said that his death was really a homicide. I'm not saying everything finna come out. Rest in peace to Aaliyah though. While we at it, rest in peace to Left Eye too, from TLC. Oh yeah, rest in peace Kobe Bryant too. I ain't telling y'all that they been doing this since way back then. And that maybe
Crazy.
she seen something she wasn't supposed to see. How would I say that? I ain't telling y'all that Chris Tucker's name was mentioned in the Epstein files numerous times. I ain't say that. My bad. That wasn't Chris Tucker. Wrong picture. Man, them folks did not say Joe Biden was never the president of the United States. Epstein files reveal he died in 2019 and quietly was replaced with a clone. Them folks ain't said nothing like that. McDonald's don't stand for missing.
Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy right there off the jump. And it ain't no coincidence. Definitely not. Bang Boogie was good, fam.
Whistling is trending right now. It's because they're heading towards a national referendum. People are calling it the 10 million cap, meaning Switzerland, they're going to try to cap their population to only 10 million. So they're trying to get stricter immigration laws. And the vote didn't pass yet, but that's what they're voting on. They want this shit to happen. And you got a lot of people paying attention to this, especially in Switzerland. They say they already be having big debates in Switzerland about the cost of living, the housing, the jobs, and the immigration. So this is basically a pressure test. Like they blaming the growth of population for why it's getting harder out there. And this is the part that got a lot of people thinking, because they like, what if it's not about space? What if this is about control? What if other countries start doing the same thing Switzerland is doing? Like using the same template, like putting a cap on how many people can live there or how many people can be there at one time, live in that country. Do you know how crazy that shit gonna be? That means they're gonna limit children, everything. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this down below in the comments.
This one file found in the Epstein files tells you so much. So as you can see, this is a photo that Jeffrey Epstein sent to himself. Now, we don't know exactly the context of this photo, but there are some interesting characters present. Obviously, we can see right here, there's Elon Musk. And as you can see up top, this email was sent in 2015. You can also see right here, there is Mark Zuckerberg. But later on in the files, we are given a glimpse at what I believe is the list of those who attended this dinner. It included Desiree Dudley, Ed Boyden, Elon Musk, Jeffrey Epstein, Joy Ito, Mark Zuckerberg, Michelle Yee, Naved Farouk, Peter Thiel, Priscilla Chan, and Reid Hoffman. So this is almost like the Avengers of super evil, super villain tech bros. You've got,
I bet they was eating some elegant dishes there too. They probably was bringing out all type of little hors d'oeuvres and yeah, we finna bring out the food, the final course. Ain't no telling what they was eating. I ain't even gonna speak on that one.
Peter Thiel, the guy who claims that the Antichrist is coming, and he loves to talk all the time about the Antichrist. You've got Reid Hoffman, who literally prays for society's downfall almost every day and believes we'd be better off under a king or some sort of a techno monarchy. And then we've got individuals like Mark Zuckerberg and also Elon Musk, who is an extremely problematic individual who has tried in the last week or so to completely distance himself from Epstein, but it's...
Hey, he the main one trying to distance himself, but he was definitely over there. And I hate to say it, but this little dinner right here, they probably ate somebody, y'all. They probably cut somebody up, had different pieces of him and everything. This right here is just a broiled forearm. It's very delicious.
It's looking now like Elon was a lot closer to Epstein than he claims he was. So it's interesting. Here are some of the most powerful individuals on planet Earth, people that are literally kings of technology, some of the wealthiest individuals on the planet, and they're meeting in some sort of secret back room to discuss what? I don't know what they were discussing. And this isn't the first time that this happened, actually. In 2010, it's documented that there was another billionaire's dinner, and Epstein was invited to it. According to recent reporting from SF Gate, I'm going to read this to you, quote, "In the summer of 2010, Jeffrey Epstein and some of the most powerful tech executives in the world were invited to gather in the rolling hills of Napa as part of an exclusive retreat that discussed proteomics, a niche scientific field adjacent to the study of genetics. The event, which was scheduled to take place in St. Helena, was called Edge Master Break and hosted by John Brockman, a prominent science writer who established an esoteric nonprofit called Edge.org. Danny Hills, an entrepreneur, was scheduled to appear that year along with author Stuart Brand. The invitees included Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Sergey Brin, and several other high-profile guests. It's not clear if Epstein attended that event, but he did send himself this photo in 2015. And yeah, there's so much evidence that this dinner with Epstein and all of these power brokers happened. I mean, he was clearly friends with all of them. So the next time Elon Musk says he didn't know Epstein that well, or Mark Zuckerberg tries to deflect, just know deep in your heart of hearts that they are lying.
Right.
And every time people come up missing, the more and more people come up missing, the more they release more chicken sandwiches and shit. I'm noticing that.
Damn.
Beef jerky. These motherfuckers were making beef jerky. It's in the fucking files. Go read it. Go to the DOJ's website, look up those Epstein files, and type in jerky. These motherfuckers were making beef jerky. Check this shit out. Look, read this shit. J.E. Jeffrey Epstein said he was gonna start eating regular food again, so he might be eating less jerky. That said, he has 6 bags of it in downstairs freezer for his next trip. I believe it should be enough for him to get through. Any questions, please let me know. Francis. Who the fuck is Francis? But why you need to redact fucking names? It's just beef jerky. And why the fuck do you need to put it in the freezer if it's beef jerky? Look, another fucking redaction. If it's just beef jerky, why you need to redact it? And look at the name of the restaurant. Cannibal and Cooks.
Oh my God, man. If that don't give it up, the name of the restaurant is called Cannibal and Cooks. Man, come the fuck on. Y'all know they eating some bullshit there, man. Don't tell me they was making beef jerky out of people, man. This shit get crazier and crazier every day. Shoes was good. And Miss Cash Cow was good. Man, I can't believe this, man. The name of the restaurant, y'all, is called Cannibal and Cooks. Man, you know they doing some suspect shit there.
They were making beef fucking jerky out of them. Drop it in the comments. You can't make this shit up. It's in black and white.
Damn.
They were making beef fucking jerky out of them.
I really want to know who the hell this email's from. Thank you for the fun night. Your littlest girl was a little naughty. Name redacted. Going down to the same batch of emails. Right here. Age 11. Y'all, this is open. As you see, the name redacted. Why? Why in the world would they give us this stuff and not tell us who this is? Why is this person not in prison? That's the only question we need to have right now. We don't need to know why. We need to know who.
There's no consequences for none of this shit, man. Like, these files is so wild and so crazy. Like, there's so many people need to be in trouble. Like, it's crazy. Like, I seen another one where, on the Epstein library and the files where, like, for a while I thought this was just like a big conspiracy, but they was really ordering children through Wayfair. You know, the little Wayfair little site that used to sell everything, furniture and all that stuff or whatever. Like, they was really ordering. Like, I remember hearing about it back in the day and everything. I'm like, man, no, but and everything. But they was really doing it. It's in the files. Like, it's proof of all this shit. Like, ain't nobody gonna get in trouble for none of this shit. Like, all this is just allegedly, I guess. I guess all this is just accusations and allegedly. But, man, this is wild.
And we need to know now. Not only is this not fair, it's not justice. Because if this was anybody that was a normal person, they would be held to the most extreme point of justice. But when you have money, or you're connected to these people, for some reason you don't. We're not angry enough. They have told us what happened. And if you haven't looked,
Hey, Bang Boogie, as soon as you posted that, he said the same thing. You said we ain't mad enough. And as soon as you posted that, he said we ain't angry enough. Right. The people ain't mad enough. Like we ain't going crazy over this shit. Like people just like, oh, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it need to be like it need to be an uproar, some resistance, some like, oh hell no, somebody got to get in trouble for this shit type. Like, but it takes a whole bunch of people to come together to do that.
You need to go. It's all over Google. It's all over X. It's all over the whole world right now. And people are looking at America to see what we're going to do. Again, these files are real. This ain't no conspiracy theory. This ain't no joke. This was released by our government. Have a good day.
People going crazy think they found a code word for human meat? Wait, what?
Oh,
hope you were feeling better.
God.
Did we analyze the jerky? Why didn't we?
Did that say jerky equal? I know they ain't saying that's what it is, man. I know they ain't saying that's what it is. Did he say chop? Man.
People going crazy think they found a code word for human meat? Wait, what?
Oh my God, man. Man, this shit is so wild.
Hope you are feeling better. Did we analyze the jerky? Why didn't we get jerky this week? I also added more to the jerky and ginger lemongrass. Thank you so much. Super cool. Beef jerky, delicious. Jojo is here and we'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. We'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. Why would jerky walk around? Why would it do that? Delicious lunch, beef jerky. Steve and I are very grateful above all for your friendship. Some of these emails are so wholesome, aren't they? It's too bad they eat kids. A small insulated bag would be fine. I don't recommend checking it. No need for crazy amounts of ice. One should do. There is one bag of beef jerky in the fridge. Please get it. Also, Blank has more at her place. Please get it from her as well. I suppose it needs to be in a cold, insulated bag. Just wanted to touch base about jerky. J.E. said he was going to start eating regular food again, so he might be eating less jerky. He said he has 6...
This shit's so crazy. And seeing this and hearing this and knowing that this is in the Department of Justice.gov library, the Epstein library, the files. This is an email. He said he finna quit eating so much jerky. He finna slow down on it. He finna quit eating, basically, entertainment purposes only. He finna quit eating the kids. And the only thing that can come to my head right now, seeing this and hearing this, is Roseanne. Remember my man was laughing at her and everything? Roseanne, remember Roseanne, y'all, when she was like, and they eat the babies. I'm not kidding. I'm not crazy. They eat the, remember she said that? Like, that's stuck in my head now seeing this. Like, man, this shit crazy. And what's good, KN? Man, it's crazy, man.
bags of it in a downstairs freezer. Why would you freeze jerky? Steve needs a 6 to 8 ounce portion of jerky. I gave you all the jerky we had, and it lasted only half the amount of time it was meant to. I felt like it was more important for you to have the jerky to eat during my time off. My plan is to make a batch before I leave for LSJ, and some of that will go to Steve, and the rest will go to you at LSJ when I arrive. Little St. James Island. And that's what LSJ must mean. So logically, that means that they were doing this off of the island. Steve Hansen is sending jerky to your attention overnight. I believe it should be enough to get him through. Jeffrey Epstein is asking to bring him more jerky. I'm flying in on Friday. I will bring jerky. Is there a time I could come say hi and drop off the beef jerky? And that's from Jeffrey Epstein. Francis has time to come tomorrow. Show me how to make it. Jerky class anyone. He will bring you to taste his new jerky recipe from the restaurant. He sends a warm hello. He's working at a restaurant called guys, the restaurant's called Cannibal and Cook.
Welcome to the fucking show.
This shit is outrageous. And then the restaurant is called Cannibal and Cooks. And they making jerky. It's all in the emails. Yeah, we bring you some more jerky. We're gonna bring you some more jerky. You know they ain't talking. Come like it's right in front of our face. Like this shit crazy, man. This is like this sad. It's evil. And then like I know, I know they putting it all, this all Epstein. It's a whole bunch of shit. Like it's all Epstein. It's all basically based on him and everything. But it's so many other people involved. Like motherfuckers who's participating in this, even the restaurant, Cannibal and Cooks, that's helping them make the jerky and come doing this and everything. Like they just letting this shit fly. It's all these other names of people that's involved. Like, man, this shit crazy, man. Let's keep it going, y'all. Hit that like button. Keep the algorithm jumping. Right, boss lady. Scandalous. That's a better word. Scandalous. For real. Margaret. What's good, Margaret?
Me, and I'm proud to officially name the undisputed, when did this come out, Mr. Speaker? The undisputed champion of beautiful clean call.
My boy Trizzy, man. I don't know what's going on with my boy Trizzy, man. My boy Trizzy ain't been pronouncing the words out or nothing lately, man. I hope, excuse me, I hope this, they saying my boy health is deteriorating, man. It's crazy looking at some of this stuff.
Then me, and I'm proud to officially name the undisputed, when did this come out, Mr. Speaker? The undisputed champion of beautiful clean call. We have to proceed. Always, I don't use the word call. It needs a PR job. Because
Donald Trump is sounding more and more like a 3-year-old. This, for him, is because of his frontal lobe is deteriorating and he is not able to filter what he says. So take a listen to this clip.
Mr. President, were you aware that Secretary of Commerce visited Epstein's island? And do you continue to have...
No, I wasn't aware of it. No, I didn't. I actually haven't spoken to him about it. I wasn't. But from what I hear, he was there with his wife and children. And I guess in some cases, some people were. I wasn't. I was never there. Somebody will someday say that. I was never there.
So why does he answer that? Why does he even talk about himself not going to Epstein Island? Well, first of all, you have to think this question was about Lutnick. Have you ever seen Lutnick on the island? If you think about asking a 3-year-old a question like, what happened here? I don't know. I didn't know anything about that, but I definitely wasn't the one who did that. I definitely wasn't the one who fed the dog food off my plate. I definitely wasn't the one who took all the toilet paper off the roll. I definitely wasn't the one who used scissors to cut up things that I shouldn't be cutting up. Sounds just like a 3-year-old, right? So the 3-year-old doesn't have the developed frontal lobe yet. That is one of the last parts of the brain that develops that helps you to do very, very high level things like emotional regulation, but it's also part of the filter. So if you had asked any other adult that question who had a properly functioning frontal lobe, they would have said, I didn't know anything about Howard Lutnick being in the Epstein files. I'll have to take a look into that. End. There would be no, but I definitely wasn't on it. First of all, like I was not on the Epstein list, so I have no reason to have to put it out there. There's no question that I wasn't on the Epstein list, so I don't have to bring it up. So one, it's showing that he's scared. Obviously, we also all know that he's on the Epstein list, but the fact that he couldn't just leave it, he couldn't just answer the question the way it is, and this is true for many of the questions that he gets asked.
Hey, well, if she don't know, that's how Trizzy react and answer everything. I don't give a fuck what you ask Trizzy. He gonna say some shit. He gonna be like, but I know one thing. I didn't have nothing to do with it. I don't give a fuck. Like it wasn't me. Yeah, they had 8-year-olds and everything on their line and everything, but you didn't see me around them. I wasn't around them. I got the hell out of there. I ratted on him. What's up, Auntie? Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Trizzy's just getting tired of all this shit, man. He is nervous. He nervous. His name popping up. He like, man, I'm so tired of all this shit. He back in his head, he like, man, I should never became president around this motherfucker, man. This shit is crazy. GLC was good.
Has to do with that deterioration of the frontal lobe as part of aging, as part of dementia, as part of stroke, as part of whatever process. Could be part of like CHF. It could be like blood flow, lack of blood flow to the brain. Like there's so many medical reasons we think that this man is impaired, that he cannot filter. He is losing that ability to shut his mouth. He is the one now who is saying these silent parts out loud. And it is very likely that sometime soon he is going to let something slip and it will be falling off a cliff for this man because he no longer knows how to inhibit saying things he shouldn't say. And we're getting this close. So this man, he has to go.
And that's one reason why a lot of people like Trizzy. Cause he gonna say some shit that he ain't supposed to say. That's one reason why I was steered towards Trizzy. I'm like, I like Trizzy personality, man. You know, I know a lot of people talk shit about him, but he don't give a fuck. He gonna tell you how it is. Yeah, I see how he be cussing everybody out, man. He don't care, man. It's just probably a lot, man. All these files, it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot. Like who's supposed to police the elites? Like it's like a level of authority everywhere, but it's like you get to this one level where they don't have no authority. They not being policed and everything. Like it's just whatever. Let them do whatever, and just, we gonna sweep it under the rug. Shit, crazy.
I would watch for Barron because here's the thing. There's also another book called Barron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey. Ingersoll Lockwood wrote this book too in the late 1800s, depicting this character.
They pick those same names.
Yes. Barron Trump. That is a book. Yes. Ingersoll Lockwood wrote both these books. Right?
In the 1800s.
Yes. I believe it was like 1893, 1896, something like that.
Then there has to be time travelers.
Well, here's the thing.
In
the book, Barron Trump is a time traveler. No bullshit. All this is in the book, you guys. And guess what? So he time travels, right? He has a mentor named Don. This is in the book. So here's the theory. That Trump actually has some type of time travel technology only because
I did not know anything.
Hey, Trizzy might have some type of time traveling technology, man. Cause that right there, that's just too, like, come on now. Come on now. Like, I hate using the word, but it ain't, come on now. It ain't that many coincidences. Like, ain't no such thing as a coincidence. Like, think about it. And then his son name is Barron Trump. Like, it's like right in front of our face. And I bet other people know it too. I bet other elites know it too. Like, some people know. They like, yeah, we know he got the time traveling technology. He got the machine and everything. Hey, that's probably why a lot of people mad at his ass too. Like, we know you got the machine. Like, this shit crazy, man.
About Gitmo? Did y'all know anything about some Gitmo? Saying Hillary Clinton was already executed back in 2018. Joe Biden was already executed back in 2019. We knew there was clones. I knew there was clones. But they posted the list. Now it's all coming back to me because back in 2020, when the COVID pandemic happened, they dropped the Epstein list. But really, that was the Gitmo list. Bruh, why did that shit, like, that shit literally got wiped from our memories. Do y'all remember back in 20 when they dropped the Epstein list? And then they tried to say, oh, that was fake. And the whole time they was being executed. Whole time they was on their trials and stuff. And Selena Gomez is on the list. And that's why she looked how she looked like, because that's not the real Selena, because she already got taken care of. Miley Cyrus is on the list. And that's why the Miley Cyrus that we see right now don't look like Miley Cyrus. She looks strange. They said Beyonce was on the list. And the Beyonce that we see right now, that's why Beyonce was swole up like that when we saw her in the race card outfit. She was swole up because that really wasn't Beyonce. That's why Beyonce been looking like a white tea woman for the past years, because Beyonce been gone. She been executed. Jay-Z look like the Alien versus Predator because he been gone. Let me know if y'all heard anything about this Gitmo thing. I'm late to the party. It's just so hard to believe what is true, because we sit here, they showed us the video of Hillary Clinton getting in the SUV and she was stumbling like this and they was trying to force her in the car. How we know they didn't tell her to do that? You know what I'm saying? Okay, 3, 2, 1, action, stumble. And she starts try to pretend like, you know what I'm saying? We need to publicly see these people getting taken care of. Y'all just doing it behind the scenes until they at the Guantanamo Bay. We need to see it so we can confirm with our own eyes. We can't trust what y'all say, because at the end of the day, I thought Hillary Clinton was a reptilian. They said Tom Hanks, he's really a Rockefeller, which I'm like, okay, that's a given. Drake, he's an Ashkenazi Jew. Drake is a Rothschild, you know what I'm saying? Ellen DeGeneres is a Rothschild. Obama's a Rothschild. Yeah. But it's just like, if these folks really got taken out of here, that makes sense why they got all new slate clean actors, actresses, and clones. I just can't no more. I just can't.
Here, listen to him talk about this because it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, the only hardcore thing is that there is an extremely classified document dealing with religion, and it's about that thing. Period. But why would there be any classified material dealing with religion?
I want to go back to the religion thing. I want you to say it.
It's so far out.
All right, your objection has been noted.
Okay.
What does it say?
That we're containers. That's how supposedly the aliens look at us. That we are nothing but containers.
Containers of?
Containers. Maybe containers of souls. You can come up with whatever theory you want, but we're containers. And that's how we're mentioned in the documents. That religion was specifically created, so we have some rules and regulations for the sole purpose of not damaging the containers.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yikes. I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah.
That you can actually damage your soul.
Yeah.
But it is almost like every holy text has that.
The CIA.
Damn. Ooh. Oh, man. It's crazy because I like deep down, like my heart tell me, and I don't even like talking about this topic because I already know how sensitive it is, and I already know how many messages and emails and comments I'm finna get for saying this and everything. But I just feel like religion was like a CIA project or type thing, and I don't know if I ain't even gonna say CIA. I'm gonna just say I feel like it was something that they deliberately created to do what it does right now, this day. You feel me? But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I just feel like that. You know, I'm not saying that it's true or not. I'm just saying that I got a little bit of feeling and everything. I don't want nobody to come get going crazy and everything. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that that is true. I'm just saying. You feel what I'm saying? Entertainment purposes only. You know, allegedly. But I don't know. That's crazy.
They had a program to trace this alien DNA in certain families in the United States, that certain families, and particularly their children, were of interest to CIA. I don't know. I didn't know what to make of it back then. But you start talking about the GATE program and subsequent studies of children and their capabilities and their abilities to do certain psionic things. That now comes to my mind.
You got to be old enough to know about this program that they're talking about, the GATE program. I think, what is it called? Gifted and talented. Some I don't remember. I remember like back in the day when they used to pull people out of classes and everything and do these tests on you, and I remember all that shit back in the day, man. I remember. Like you got to be old enough. See, these days they probably ain't doing it anymore and everything. But the older days, I remember vividly, and all this shit wasn't nothing but experiments. It wasn't nothing but experiments, man. Yeah, it's crazy because this thing said in the early '90s, and you were put out of class to do a test that you can't remember. It's crazy because I remember it. I remember being put out of class and doing some of these tests, but I don't remember exactly what it was like we was doing. I don't remember. Like only thing I can remember vividly is I know we did one thing. It was one test where they put headphones on us, and I remember like they it was noises in the headphones. I don't exactly remember what ended up like if we had to tell what ear was buzzing or what. Like I don't remember it, but I remember a little bit of it. Like, hey, I was tested for sure. Early '90s. Like this was like 4th, 5th grade type shit.
They program us from birth for the Matrix. Watch this.
Y'all, they started training us early to get stuck in this Matrix.
This
and
is
what
true.
I mean by that, have you noticed the toy sets? The girls, we get kitchen sets, doll babies.
Think about
to learn
it.
how to be stay-at-home moms.
Yep.
And the boys, they get fire trucks, police cars, and G.I. Joe sets to let them know they're
Program.
going to have to go out into the Matrix and work. And then they start training us with our time. When we get old enough, we start pre-K or kindergarten all the way up through grade 12.
6 to 8 hours a day, y'all.
To stay on a job between 40 and 60 hours a week. And once we get that job, we become very competitive. And the reason why is because everybody is competing for more pay. And that brings strife in the work environment. Once we get the job that we want, then we go look at buying a vehicle. And sometimes most of us get vehicles that are out of our price range, but we can afford it, but we're not able to save any
So
money.
you stay on the
Most of our
hamster
check
wheel.
is either going on that car, and the second thing is a house. When we get that job, we want to go buy a nice house. And sometimes we go over the amount in the pre-qualification letter, and we get a whole lot of house where the mortgage is a large amount, and then we can't save any money that way.
Stay
so
weird.
it keeps us in a loop. We're forced to go to work because we have a house and we have a car.
Crazy. And look, this right here. Look at this right here. This is so crazy because this is an old barbecue sauce from Chick-fil-A back in the day. And they swore up and down Chick-fil-A never had a K. They swore up and down. But if you look at that right there, it's Chick. It's with the K. And then for a while, it was CHIC. But recently, it's crazy. It's like they playing mind games with us because, like, recently, now it's back to the K. Like, I'm looking at I went back and I've been looking, I see the Chick-fil-A's now, and they got the K back on it now. But for a while, do y'all remember it was just CHIC? I was like, man, it had a K on there. I remember talking about like, man, what happened to the K? And now I don't know how they be doing this shit, but now it's a K back on it. Like if you go and Google it right now, I bet it's a K back on it now. Like that's how you know, like they can. And it's crazy because we just overlook these things, but they got reports, paperwork saying like they can do certain things and alter the mind and make us believe one thing, changing our reality. It's proven they can do some of this shit. So this explains some of these Mandela effects. These Mandela effects do be taking place, man, because this an old barbecue. This the Chick-fil-A. It used to have a K on it. Then it went to CHIC. It wasn't no K, and everybody was like, it never had a K. It never had a K. And I was like, man, yes, it did. And I think like a few days ago, I remember seeing it. I was like, damn, the K back on there now. I mean, at first, remember it wasn't even on there. I don't know, y'all. They got me. They got my head just. I'm like, yeah, they fucking with us, y'all. They fucking with the frequencies. They sending stuff out. They changing shit around. They doing something for sure. But Everybody ain't gonna notice it. Everybody ain't gonna notice it. It's gonna go over some people's heads. You know what I'm saying? We call me crazy. I'm crazy over here, man. I'm a conspiracy theorist, crazy. Don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of this shit just blah blah. It ain't nothing. Whatever. Hit that like button, y'all. Keep the algorithm jumping. Let's keep it going.
So this is a cough prescription from 1962, and it is 100% safer than what we get today in this world. I mean, just have a look at the ingredients. It's only got 3. It's got whiskey, lemon juice, and honey. So in today's world, the medicine that we do get, we don't even know how to read it or what it is we are putting inside our body. And I was just sitting here and I was thinking to myself, where do I know this from? And then I realized I've definitely seen this before. And
That's crazy. Whiskey, honey, and lemon. Easy little cough syrup you can make. Easy little remedy. They definitely got away from that. Now you gotta have some motherfucking NyQuil or some Tussin. They want you buying that NyQuil and that Tussin.
It's called cowboy syrup with whiskey. And you can see in the ingredients it has whiskey, lemons, honey, and peppermint. I absolutely recommend that every household has this book because you can save yourself a lot of money from buying anything in stores.
I need to get that book. I ain't gonna lie. I need to order that book. I said I was gonna order that book a long time ago. I ain't even ordered it yet. I gotta get that book. With those remedies in there, those natural remedies. Definitely. Auntie, thank you so much. I just received that cash out. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you, Auntie.
Also has instructions, and then it does give you the dosage. Season is here where everybody gets it. The big companies do not want you knowing about any of these ingredients.
Yep,
So if you are not
hot
feeling your best, this book has over 250 powerful remedies. This is the doctor. She has been studying for over 30 years and knows her stuff about plants and herbs.
Yep, hot toddies. That's exactly what they used to be called. And it's crazy because when I used to be sick, a long time ago when I was a kid and everything, like not sick, but if I get a cough or, congested or anything, I remember my granny used to make the hot toddies for me and everything. And it's crazy because it worked. You know what I'm saying? You get sipping on that, take a couple sips of that shit and everything. That's a few hours later, you might fall asleep, go to sleep or something. You wake up, you back. You back 100%. And then it's like, as time went by, we got away from it. Now, my granny and them used to do that for me, but my mom, she used to just go buy, like, Robitussin and NyQuil and all that type of shit. Then as I got older, it was just sipping lean and buying codeine and Actavis and all that type of shit and everything. I have my own remedy for cough syrup. But shit crazy.
This book is not taken down yet. It should be in the yellow basket right there on the left before it disappears again.
The Kardashians were in the Epstein files too? Watch this.
He got him. And he got him in multiple different areas. Look at this. So this has to do with somebody that was filing complaint against Maxwell that had all types of Kardashian ties. Here's what it said. Filing references rumors of the complainant's eggs being used for pregnancy, suggesting possible fertility or surrogacy exploitation, though the writer says DNA testing would be required. Sisters use the complainant's name and funds to promote business ventures and financial activity. Cosmetic transaction is cited, referencing control tied to Kylie Jenner and a reported $600 million deal. Kim is named an allegation involving identity competition and issues tied to children. Chloe and Kendall referenced as having special interest in the complainant's marriage and name change. Complainant also links family to alleged surrogacy and pregnancy-related identity fraud. So what's going on with eggs and surrogacy? Are some of their children not actually their children? Now, we know many of these women have either had some fertility issues or it's really common that they've used surrogates with their pregnancy. So is that what this is about? But it wasn't above board? Was this forced? What's this identity fraud? Why do they have ties to Maxwell? I don't know. What do you guys think?
So what? So didn't a couple of them have like some like some surrogate pregnancies, like they didn't have, or am I tripping? Kimbo was good.
I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files
I'm reclaiming my time.
be
I got your
released.
answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman, please stop the clock. Stop the clock.
the legislation. This is ridiculous.
Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center, because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied.
Hey, see what I'm saying? Like, they be pressing Trizzy about the list. They don't say nothing about nobody else's names. But the only thing I understand he's the president, so he like the top name, and of course, you know what I'm saying. But Trizzy, like motherfucker, did you not read the files where they said Trizzy was ratting and he was an informant and he the one that blew the whistle and all this type of shit and everything? Like, what about all the other names? Like, I bet he don't say nothing about none of them Democrats. Why ain't nobody saying nothing about Mr. Clinton? Like, Clinton was on there a whole bunch of times, man. Like, I don't hear nobody saying his name or nothing. Like, this shit crazy.
Lied under oath, and this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of a crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop the limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein.
Now, see, shit like that, like the accusations like that. Like, it's hard to get away from shit like that. For girl said you did that. For real. Like, as far as Trizzy, my boy, but I know Trizzy a dirtbag a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I know Trizzy got some shit in his closet and under the bed that he hid and don't nobody know about. We know Trizzy be doing some dirty work here and there and everything, but they all do dirty work. You feel what I'm saying? They all be doing dirty work. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand how they just pressing him on this situation when there's a whole bunch of other people in there and everything. Like, what about these motherfuckers making beef jerky and doing that with the kids and all that and everything? You don't hear his name popping up in those emails where they talking about making beef jerky and hey, we finna eat some of this pizza and all. Like I ain't see his name in none of that type of stuff and everything. So I don't understand it. But this is some big accusations if a witness said that him and Epstein did that to her, you know what I'm saying, allegedly.
She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell, so should the men who patronized his operation. And as we sit here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing.
Hey, salute to him, though. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about Trizzy in the beginning, but he basically saying, like, ain't nobody being held accountable. Y'all ain't did no interviews. Y'all ain't investigated nothing. So salute to him. He right. There's some bullshit. Like, all the motherfuckers involved need to face some consequences.
The gentleman has expired.
May I respond?
Yeah, I don't know how you respond. No one can.
I did not ask a question,
He
Mr.
doesn't
You're
want to
allowed
talk
to.
about
I did
the
not ask a
horrific
question.
crime in California. He does not want to talk about
I did not ask a
crime
question.
in his state.
You can't just add lip stuff. I did not ask a question.
Meeting will be in order.
Now, what do they say in the 1800s, specifically 1888, about cutting the cord, umbilical cords? And I'm shocked to read this because my understanding is that today Despite being at the peak of science and technology, allegedly, we may be doing some things backwards. Now, listen, when the navel string is an unusually long time in separating, so they're already saying, like, when the baby's born and you got the placenta and the navel string hanging there, when it is an unusually long time in separating, no force is to be used. All will go properly if left to nature. And it actually capitalizes the N on nature here.
Oh, so you don't have to cut the umbilical cord? It'll basically fall off itself? That's what he just said?
Did you know that? And then that way, you're not cutting off the baby from the stem cells and the blood that's supposed to be on the umbilical cord, inside of the umbilical cord and the placenta. So, are you kidding me? Now, the other thing is, I guess maybe back then there wasn't really, like, isn't there some type of value attached to umbilical cords and placentas and stuff because of the stem cells in them? I'm not saying, but I think a lot of you guys are commenting saying that. So maybe that's why back then that industry wasn't developed yet. Now listen to this part. The mind requires rest equally with the body. So they're talking about the mother who just gave birth. No painful news or other exciting or disturbing influences should be allowed to reach her. The visits of friends to the lying-in room must be entirely forbidden except in the case of those who have obtained special permission. So it's like, don't let just anyone into your room. Which is interesting because some of you guys are telling me stories of having to argue with the nurses and doctors about what's going on next with your baby. Back then, by the way, and I know someone will say this is a bad thing, but back then there was no NICU. So when the baby's born, it's right on mother rather than whisked away into a back room. A lot of women have a problem with that. I can imagine that it would be pretty hard to get any single animal in the world to give birth and then take away its pup or pug or puppy or little creature that came out of it. Mama bear is not letting you take her cub, man. So I don't know how that has been normalized or become a thing that is allowed, or that's shocking, man.
That shit crazy. And I even heard stories about that's definitely some bullshit. As soon as you give birth and everything, how they take your kid and basically isolate the kid and take it somewhere else. And I heard stories about how babies then got mixed up. Like, I don't know how true it is or whatever, but they said sometimes babies get mixed up. Like they babies being born all the time. They take the baby into the room. And next thing you know, you end up getting the wrong baby, or I don't know if it happened often or if it did happen or not, but I done heard stories about some of this shit. Like, that is kind of crazy.
Now here it talks about, which is really not mentioned. It's interesting, you go to a hospital, and what's hospital food? Jello, crap. Like, there's nothing of nutrition in hospitals, to my understanding. There should be an organic greenhouse. There should be an organic farm. Better yet, should give birth at an organic farm. But you see what I mean? Whereas here in the 1800s, it says, mother, it's like slowly introduce things. Then it says, an occasional cup of good black tea is generally very grateful, with or without a little biscuit, toast, or bread and butter. Bread and butter is one of the earliest first meals, by the way, in the world. From the first, beef tea, so stock, chicken, mutton, or veal broth, rice, caudal, milk, or other simple fluids are perfectly allowable. And it mentions how, get this is the shocking part. The diet, indeed, at this time needs to be nutritious and plentiful. No stimulants of any sort, however. And then this, a nurse should not give opening medicine on her own responsibility. I wonder if that's saying, like, basically do not medicate them unless, like, ordered to. Whereas today, I believe it's a stand-in order for some of the medicines,
Right.
Where it's just, like, mandatory, kind of, unless you want to.
Right. You have a baby, they be trying to get a baby, motherfucking 200 shots. We got to give them the Z shot, the X shot. They give a baby 200 shots, man.
Argue with them. Anyway, I'm going to keep reading this book.
A new humanoid robot is turning heads and maybe even raising some eyebrows here. She walks, makes eye contact, and even shows emotion Meet Moya. This is a lifelike humanoid just unveiled at a tech show in Shanghai. Now, her creators say that she's the world's first bionic robot to blend human aesthetics with advanced movement, all powered by AI. Moya can perceive her surroundings, reason, interact with the physical world in real time as well. But the future does not come cheap because Moya is expected to cost around $173,000 when she hits the market. At what point, though, does technology like this start to feel less impressive and more unsettling? Let us know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to download the free Fox Local app, available everywhere you stream.
This robot can walk with about 92% human-like motion, smile, make eye contact, and even wink.
I seen another video. They call these the Moya. They call this the companion robot. So I guess motherfuckers gonna be some people, some man companions, or maybe some women too. You know, I guess it's gonna be their companion. I don't know if they gonna be being intimate with the robot or what, but this shit is crazy.
Shanghai robotics company DroidUp has unveiled Moya, a humanoid robot designed to mimic human movement and expression. Moya uses dozens of precision actuators in its head and face to produce realistic expressions like nods and smiles, aiming to make interactions with people feel more natural. Standing about 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighing roughly 71 pounds, its gait matches human walking patterns with roughly 92% accuracy, supported by advanced balance and sensor systems. Its body is covered in soft, environmentally friendly silicone skin and features a temperature control system that keeps its surface warm, enhancing lifelike presence. The company says Moya is aimed at environments requiring extended human interaction, including healthcare, education, and other service roles. Scheduled for commercial entry by late 2026, Moya represents a significant step in humanoid robots designed not just to move.
Look at that. They didn't put some hips on there and everything, y'all. This shit is getting out of hand. It's crazy. This reminds me of like a movie I just saw not too long ago, too. It was a dude, and he was falling in love with his he had ordered a girl, like a robot. Like it was like I think it was like a robot for the house. And I think he had a real wife. But he ended up started sleeping with the robot and everything, and he started catching feelings for the robot and everything. And it was a robot, but he was like knocking her down, hitting her and everything. Then at night she had to go sit on this thing to charge up, go to this little bed thing and charge up at night. And man, it was weird, but this is making me think about that movie. This shit crazy.
But to relate like people.
Bang Book said, y'all seen that big metal? Oh my God, man. This shit is getting out of hand.
So Waymo is rolling out its newest driverless system, and it's putting it in vehicles made by a Chinese company first. The robotaxi is called the Ojai. It's built by Zeekr, a subsidiary of a Chinese automaker, and that's drawing fire from GOP lawmakers. Last week during a committee hearing here in D.C., Ohio Senator Bernie Moreno cited prior testimony about Waymo being locked in a race with China, and then told the company, it seems like you're getting in bed with China. Waymo's defense: the Chinese manufacturer only supplies the shell. Waymo installs all of the self-driving tech and software here in the U.S. and says that
look, Waymo trying to innovate and come up with some more shit. They ain't even had a chance to explain how they letting other people in other countries be support for some of these self-driving cars and taxis and everything. Man, that's crazy, man. Man, Buddha, I think you want to change the language of that one. You say it's like a walking dildo for men. That ain't no walking dildo for men. That's a walking pussy for a man. Right, female got dildos and strap-ons and shit, man, but not that ain't no walking dildo for a man. I mean, I guess some men do like that type of shit, I guess. Pause, no diddy, but that ain't what I got from it. I think that's like a walking, like they gonna be getting up in that. They gonna be hitting that robot.
China won't get access to any of it, including rider data. Tesla's taking a very different approach. Its purpose-built Cybercab will be manufactured at its Gigafactory in Austin, the same city where it launched unmonitored rides last month. The rollout also underscores where the AV wars are headed, cost per mile. Waymo says it's on track to top 1 million paid rides a week by year-end, but it just closed another round to fund growth. Alphabet's other bets category lost $7.5 billion last year, up more than $3 billion from the year before. So Waymo, it is moving to cheaper platforms like Hyundai and the Ojai, but there's also a hardware gap. Waymo uses LiDAR, which is pricier. Tesla uses cameras only. And ARC estimates that Waymo runs around $1 a mile today, projecting 40 cents by 2030. Tesla's Cybercab, 20 cents at scale, according to those estimates. That's the math that Musk keeps pointing to. But for now, Waymo's lead is clear. 6 cities today, more than 20 by year end. Tesla just started unmonitored rides in Austin, but Waymo's racing to lock in customers before the competition catches up.
What are some of the biggest advancements you've seen in AI that leads you to this conclusion that people are going to really start losing their jobs soon?
I want to start by saying my goal with this article wasn't to terrify people. It wasn't to get people to freak out. It was just to start a conversation, because this conversation needs to be had. Knowing is really important. Knowing gets you ahead. It may not affect you today. It may not affect you in a year or 2 years. But if you know that this is coming and you don't bury your heels in, you don't bury your head in the sand, you're going to be better positioned for when it does eventually happen. So that really was my goal here. What I saw was it was a wake-up moment for myself. I've seen these models get better and better every year. The AI models are getting better at code first. The model companies like OpenAI and Anthropic have focused on code before everything else because it helps them build the models for everything else. Over time, they've gotten better and better. And you can kind of think of it like, let's say the model today is at level 50 on code. It's probably at level 20 on everything else. But that means next year, the model is going to be at level 50 on everything else and level 100 on code. And very recently, we had a new model from OpenAI that I tried and I had a very eye-opening experience with. It was the first time it felt like it was far better than me at pretty much everything I do from a technical perspective. I am not doing the hands-on coding work anymore. It is quite literally just saying, hey, what do you want done? And it does it for me end to end. One of the things that I actually give as advice to most of my friends who are outside of tech is I say, build your own personal benchmark is what I call it. So take your job and take a few things that you think AI will never be able to do or it's very far away from, and build sort of like simple prompts for the AI to say, hey, try this. Put it in today. And it may not be great today. The output might not be anything that impresses you. But every few months, these AIs get better. I recommend trying it on the newest one every few months, and you'll have sort of like your own warning bell.
Man, Bang Boogie, hey, I swear, that dude look like him in the future and everything. That look like a younger dude. Oh my God, man. This might be an AI play on us right now.
For when this is actually going to come and affect you. And again, just because it can do something doesn't mean it's going to take your job. You give the example of a nurse. I think that's a good one, right? It's not going to replace nurses anytime soon. There are jobs that are more affected. If it's just something in front of a computer and you're not interfacing with other people in person, you are likely to be affected first.
Man, I keep telling y'all better learn some of this AI and use it to your advantage. I've been making AI do everything. Chat GPT, Google Flow. Like I've been using a couple different ones and everything, and it'll do whatever you want it to do. I had them write me up a letter to send to a credit bureau to get some shit off my credit, and it worked. You got to send it certified mail and everything, but they'll write the letter up for you and everything. All you got to do is put your real information in there, do your thing, and they can do anything. It'll write a business plan for you. Just like my man just said, you can use AI to write you a code. You can code you a game or something. You can make you a game up or something. You can come up with an app. Whatever you're thinking about, try to use it to your advantage, because I don't think we're gonna be able to like get away from it. This shit is happening right before our eyes. For real. It's crazy, man. Every day is something else, man. It's crazy, y'all. But stay on wave, take it day by day, protect your peace watching these videos, keep that good love around, keep that good energy around, keep vibrating those high frequencies. In the end, somehow, some way, with all this crazy stuff going on, we will win. You feel me? Salute to my content management moderators, everybody in the chat. Appreciate all the support. Thank y'all so much, man. It's your boy Thao. FamOverTV. Peace and love, health and wealth to everybody. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Fam over.